Welcome back to Toyota Sports Talk. Washington Commanders training camp rolling on. They call this the grind, day after day, the reps, the sweat equity. That's what the Commanders are doing, getting ready for the regular season opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of my favorite guys to talk to in the locker room, Sam Cosmi, right guard for the Commanders.
It's great to be here.
Sam, appreciate you as always.
Yeah.
Do I call you a vet now? When it is year 4?
You know, I always kind of take it as like senior year of college in the NFL. So, you know, after this, it's, you know, it just adds on to that. But I would say, like, you as a senior, you're kind of seen as a vet in college. So I would say, yeah.
Do you appreciate kind of this more and more every year that goes by?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, as going through the game, it just becomes more fun to play, you know, just because the knowledge and the things I go and the experiences I go through, and as I get those experiences and become more experienced, like I said, the game becomes just slower and more fun for me because I can see way more.
It's been fun for me to watch you grow and evolve. You know, you come in as a rookie, just kind of head on a swivel, just trying to learn your way.
Yeah.
And now I can see you're really starting to kind of be a leader of this team. What's that evolution been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to be. I try to lead by example a lot of the times, and really just, you know, Coach Quinn always says is, you know, there's a standard and we always have to meet the standard. I'm trying to show that standard every day of just, you know, working hard and coming here and putting everything in. You know, some things that you can control all the time is just effort, and that's what I'm trying to do each and every day I get on that field and give it all. So, yeah.
You know, you and I were talking off camera a little bit ago. I mean, it looks like you guys are having fun, and genuinely, it looks like this group is a tight-knit group already.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool just to see the chemistry that we're already building during this time. I mean, this short time, OTA's really helped it a lot, and you know, this just seems like way more of a tight-knit group. Not just on both sides of the ball and everywhere that you know you can think of. I think it's nice to see for sure.
How badly did this team, this organization needed a fresh start, because you got it and everything's kind of new again?
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to have this, like you said, breath of fresh air. Just you know, have the weight on your shoulders, and now it's just like it's new. It's just everything's new, and it's like getting in a new car. That new smell is nice, and you start going and doing all that. So yeah, I'm excited for what we have in store for this year, and I think we have a lot of guys that we've brought in that are going to be key players, and I'm really excited for that.
You were drafted as a right tackle, made the switch to right guard. I think it's worked out well.
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. I never thought that I would go from tackle to guard, but last year I told Coach Rivera, I was like, you know, whatever you needed me to play, and that's where he saw me, and I embraced it, and I went full steam, and I felt like I could really do it, and I did. And I worked my tail at it, and some good things came my way.
What do you like about being at the guard position?
You know, I just the way I play my game, I'm more aggressive in that aspect. You know, tackle, you have to be, some sets, I mean, you can be aggressive, but some, like a little bit more finesse. I'm just a meathead when it comes to it, so I just like getting instant contact, you know, and so, yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy that aspect of just the brutality of the game.
I've always actually wanted to ask you this question. What is it like to pancake somebody? What is it like to take another man's will?
I mean, it's sometimes you have a little, you know, on top of the guy and just kind of a little trash talking and stuff like that. It's like it just feels so good to do. You get up, you almost like you scored a touchdown, you know. So I would say that's kind of like the feeling behind it, because that's, you know, we're not catching balls, we're not making touchdowns, but if we do a great block like that, that's essentially like a big play for us.
How's this O-line gelling, and what's the potential here with this group?
We have no me guys on this O-line, so we're all the one position on the field that we all have to work together unison is the O-line. And so when you have a group of guys that are bought into that, and a group of guys that, you know, want the best for the unit, some good things can happen. So we have those guys, we have some hard workers, we're all trying to be on the same page, and it's great to see.
You said something interesting during your press conference of how you have tape out there for this team, but also 31 other teams.
Yep.
We know you're the final year of your contracts.
Yep.
How do you view everything of where you're at right now in terms of, listen, Sam, your future, we don't know if this is it here in Washington. You just don't know. So when you say that about you have tape for 31 other teams, I mean, it kind of perks the interest of the fan base a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a realization of this business. You know, I always say, I'm going to play my ball on the field, like my football and all that, like all my skills and everything on the field. The business aspect will take care of itself. I also say, you know, for everybody that's on this team, everywhere around the league, you always hear from the coaches, everybody, it's every time you put film's not going away. You know, so it's my resume, no matter where I'm at. And so, you know, contracts are contracts. I don't handle that. That's upstairs type of thing. Like I said, I'm here to play football and play to my best of my ability, and however they see fit is how they see fit. So that's kind of just, again, for the 31 other teams too.
Let me ask you this. Do you personally feel like this is a prove-it year for you?
I mean, every year is a prove-it year, I feel like. I mean, fourth year is a lot of pressure too, you know, because like you said, contract year. Yep. But I feel like I proved a lot last year. I feel like being able to move from a position and not just be average at it, but excel at a high level. I feel like I proved a lot that last year. And every year is a prove-it year for everybody in this league. But yeah, I would say, I mean, the fourth year, contract year, all that stuff, I still have aspirations on myself, as everybody on this team, to be one of the best and to be the best in my position. So that's what I'm working towards each and every day. And like I said, all the rest of that stuff will just come with it. Have
you had any dialogue, your agent with the front office, about an extension or kind of getting this done before the year starts?
You know, I'm just keep that to myself as of right now. But you know, once that kind of goes and all that stuff, I mean, you guys will hear about it.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels, rookie quarterback. You've had a good perspective and kind of see how he commands a huddle, his poise. What's impressed you about number 5?
You know, he has all the talent in the world. You know, and you always hear that thing, you know, talent gets you so far. You got to put work to it, and I can see he's putting that work to it, you know. So I like his work ethic. I like his demeanor. You know, his chemistry with us, his O-line and everything, I feel like it's building. And for me, I want to do everything in my power to protect my quarterbacks, you know. And he's a guy I thoroughly want to protect. And, you know, I think he's showing a lot of great things.
Think sure. You might run the ball a little bit more this year.
I hope so.
Is that something you want? I mean, I know you were very vocal last year, and you have a Brian Robinson Jr., you have an Austin Eckler, and you have a Cliff Kingsbury.
You got weapons.
You have weapons, and you have versatility, and plus you have a Jaden Daniels that can do stuff with his legs too. So
yeah.
In terms of kind of sticking to that running game, how important do you think that is just for the evolution of an offense?
I always say, and I said it in every interview, it just keeps the defense true.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it just honestly does. It helps the offense.
Yeah.
So I personally, I'm a big fan of it. So yeah.
That's where you get your nasty side.
That's where I get my pancakes. You know, so that's kind of where I go. Obviously, I take the attack towards them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Before we wrap things up, you know, from a personal side, being a dad now.
Yes.
How does that put everything in perspective? Where football, you know what, it's just a game, but you come home, you got the best job in the world.
Yeah. No matter how my day goes, I always gotta know I come home. I can't take my day to home because I got that little one. And I gotta, you know, put my best self for her, and just puts a perspective on life, puts a perspective on what you're working for. You're not only working for yourself, you're working for your family, the people. You know, everybody in this entire world is trying to work for something. You know, if that's something, you know, and my family is that something. That's my why at the end of the day. And so, you know, I love being a dad. I love being a husband. I love everything that has to do with that. And so I work my tail off for them.
Awesome. You have a beautiful family.
Sam
Cosmi.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.
Much more to come right here on Toyota Sports Talk. Stay with us.